Ask yourself this question. What is your most important asset? To me, it's my retirement, and then it's my house. We talk about precious metals quite a bit on this channel, and Greg and I both have gold and silver in our most important asset, which is our retirement. And we get emails from people all the time asking exactly how this works. So today, let's talk about buying precious metals in an individual retirement account, an IRA for short, or a 401k, which I feel is the best way for savers to diversify their investments. And it's something that a lot of financial advisors simply won't introduce you to the concept of because they don't earn a commission on this transaction. That's right, they do not. You have to work with a precious metals dealer. Now, in the last 20 years, precious metals have rewarded long-term investors with just crazy stable returns. The metals often included in investment portfolios because it's considered a hedge against inflation, and it can and will and does rise in periods of economic uncertainty and stock market volatility. We don't have a lot of that right now, but gold is still rising. It's going crazy. Why? I'll tell you about that. Precious metals IRA, which can also hold gold, silver, platinum, and even palladium, is one way to diversify your portfolio while maintaining a tax benefit that your conventional IRA offers. However, if you choose to invest in gold or silver this way, be mindful that these types of self-directed individual retirement accounts, which again can hold assets not permitted in traditional IRAs like real estate, cryptocurrency, and of course precious metals, do have some fees, but they're really minimal. Mine's $150 a year to keep all my gold and silver in the Texas Depository. $150 a year to keep tens of thousands of dollars worth of physical metals safely stored there. I do not have to worry about it, right? And this is the only way you can hold precious metals in a retirement account. Now, unlike investing in equities and stocks and bonds, it's important you understand all the costs. Again, mine's $150 a year, so pretty easy. Before you invest in an IRA, your money managers can take more than that anyways. Let's be honest with yourselves. Now, a key selling point of these investing products is that you own the physical metal itself. It's not an ETF, and therefore it can be more rewarding when the demand for gold, silver, and other metals does increase. Now, this usually happens during down markets, but what we're seeing right now is absolutely crazy. And I told you I'd tell you the reason. The reason is the central banks are buying gold in record numbers right now. And the stock market continues to do very well, surprisingly to me at least. On a side note, gold hit an all-time high recently. So what do you think is going to happen when the stock market starts tumbling? It's going to go absolutely bonkers. It's going to be very rewarding for anyone who's holding gold, silver, and other metals. Now, this is the main reason that I stack gold. The market can and will cool off. It's going to happen. We're fighting wars. We've got inflation. We've got an election and really bad economic data. But it keeps going. The cost to borrow money is high, and many people are predicting a real estate crash. We'll see if that comes true. Dating back to 1971, the average annual return for gold itself is just under 8% at 7.98. Good number. If you're wondering how you can add precious metals to your IRA, there's a link below. There's two companies that Greg and I recommend. We've worked with them. Greg and I each, again, have our money in these precious metals IRAs. We looked at more than 50 companies before getting these two solidified companies, so you're in good hands if you hit that link below. Both have won awards and have sterling reputations. You can avoid doing a search and running into a company that might not be reputable or trustworthy. These ones have tons of reviews, Inc. 500, just crazy, crazy reviews. We've invested our own money and did this exact transaction. Again, if you use that link below, it'll lead you to a quiz. It'll lead you to one of two companies. It's going to submit the lead to them. When your information gets passed to them, you can get a free guide. You could study that. And if you want, you can do a follow-up call. Follow-up call is very informative. There's no pushiness there. So I recommend you do it. It's 100% free. Now, here is how the process goes, adding precious metals to your IRA or even 401k. First, you're going to open a precious metals IRA account. Many major companies offering retirement accounts do not have the option for investing in physical gold through an IRA. This is why you use a specialist. Now, there are some exceptions like Fidelity, which does have a gold IRA investment opportunity, but usually precious metals investors need to open accounts with a company that strictly focuses on providing this financial product. Again, they're specialists. Why go to a jack of all trades if you can go to a specialist? By opening this type of self-directed individual retirement account with one of the companies you'll match up with on that link below, once you submit your information, you're going to be able to invest in gold, silver, palladium, platinum, any kind of bullion products in the form of bars, ingots, coins, and even rounds. Now, it's crucial to do your research when you're choosing a company. That's why we did it for you. We've been through the ringer. I've been personally covering precious metals since 2012. Greg goes back even further than that. So I really urge you to use the link below. There's been some bad apples that have closed over the years. These companies will also help you run afoul of tax regulations because precious metals IRAs need to have an IRS-approved custodian. Guess what? They have them. And an IRS-approved depository. Guess what? They have them. The custodian is a financial firm tasked with executing investment activities and administrative duties that are necessary to keep your account in good standing with the IRS, which is crucial to keep this as a tax-deferred status investment, right? The depository is the secure third-party storage facility for your precious metals products. You can't keep them at home. This is in your retirement. You can't touch it, which is good. Now, the storage is provided in either pooled or segregated safekeeping. I've got mine segregated. That's just personal choice. It's a little bit more expensive. The companies we recommend are preferred custodians and depositories, so it takes all that searching out of it. Other companies will make you go find one, so don't do that. To me, this makes things very easy. You don't have to worry. Again, they've got professionals that guide you through every step of the way. In fact, my transaction was so simple, it took place in 2 phone calls. One was informative. Second, I selected my metals and chose what to invest, and the rest was seamlessly handled with a DocuSign on my computer. Super easy. Now, you got to fund your account, and there's a couple ways you can do that, right? You can either elect to use one of the 2 tools that you can use. One is a rollover, and many people fund their new account using money held in an existing retirement account. In my case, I sold a bunch of stocks and put that money to the metals. The IRS rules permit funding a gold IRA with money drawn from another IRA, like a 401k, 403b, 457b, or a thrift savings plan. Most pensions work. To initiate the process, the company is going to reach out to your administrator of your retirement account and tell them how much you want to transfer. You simply sign everything on DocuSign and bada bing, bada boom, you're good. The second way is a transfer. To avoid the prospect of missing the rollover cutoff, many people choose to let their gold IRA company coordinate the rollover directly with the institution to institution. That's exactly what I did and what I exactly outlined before. Since the money never technically passes through your hands, which is very important, you do not have to worry about taxes or penalties being assessed. You're simply selling a stock and trading it for physical gold or wherever you have. Maybe you have cash, maybe you have bonds, who knows? Now, you can use cash, but again, this defeats the purpose of using your retirement because this is going to be after-tax dollars, and your IRA or 401k is the recommended way to do it. So I don't recommend going the cash route. Third, decide how much you want to invest. Conventional wisdom is that you should limit your investment in precious metals up to 20% of your account. I'm at about 17, right? Some people go as low as 5, but you want to diversify because that's what the name of the game is in long-term investing. That's why we do this. That said, you'll have to meet the minimum investment requirement for your gold IRA, which could be as low as $5,000. Now, if you have a relatively small investment portfolio, the account minimums could require you to invest more than what financial advisors would generally recommend. So if you're holding $5,000, just omit this information, keep saving money until you have like 25. Now, you don't want to go all in on your nest egg in anything, right? Don't go all in on Apple. Don't go in on precious metals. Don't go in on Tesla. So if you had 100 grand, for example's sake, in your retirement, think about going 5 grand to 20 grand to let that go. That's a number, 5 to 20%. Again, I'm around 17%. The rest of my money is in stock, real estate, cash, mutual funds, some domain names, and even cryptocurrency. The beauty of starting this self-directed IRA is that you get access to these alternative investments that a traditional IRA or 401k simply does not provide. Yes, I own real estate in my retirement. It's pretty cool. So it's really neat to be able to invest in things when ideas come up and your pitched ideas. You can use your retirement. You don't have to take cash out of your pocket. It's amazing. I even lend money to real estate transactions and get paid 12% when the money's on the street. My friend flips houses. I lend to him all the time. If you've got questions about this, submit them below. If you want the exact company that Greg and I chose, simply go to tageconomy.org, fill in your email, and you'll automatically get sent an email with the company that we both chose. See you in the next video. And again, if you got questions, hit us up below.